On this edition of MU Report, a woman with a knife demands money from a nonprofit. Her crime spree across town.
Plus, home not so sweet home. Why dozens of families have to find a new place to live in only a few days.
And the search is on for the most popular guy on campus. How you can try out to be the new Marco.
MU Report starts right now.
From the W. Page Pitt School of Journalism and Mass Communications, your home for complete Marshall University news. You're watching MU Report.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us for this edition of MU Report. I'm Morgan Wright.
And I'm Rob Engel. Off the top, armed and dangerous. Multiple armed robberies, a home invasion, and a cross-county car chase. Now the woman police say is responsible is behind bars. As I found out, one victim, a clerk at a local farmer's market, helped put her there.
And we made eye contact. I kind of just got some bad vibes off of her.
Wild Rent market manager Jonna Bailey knew something was wrong the second a hooded woman walked into the store.
I moved over to the register when she unfolded a note that said, give me all the cash in your drawer or get shot, thanks, smiley face. And so at that point, she withdrew a knife and pointed at me.
That woman, 31-year-old Emily Adkins, has been charged with a string of robberies across town, and it was Jonna who helped identify her.
At that point, I was very angry, and she left, and so I followed her around the building where I saw her take off her disguise, so I was able to get a pretty good description.
Adkins has been charged with the robbery of Sip Wine Bar at Heritage Station, which police believe to be one incident in a string of robberies committed by Adkins.
After Adkins allegedly made away with $184 from Sip Wine Bar, her crime spree was far from over. The very next day, Adkins allegedly robbed the Wild Rant Market here in central Huntington.
I was fearful for my life, and I was kind of taken aback because we're a nonprofit organization.
Adkins and two other suspects were involved in a home invasion in Mason County on Tuesday, which resulted in multiple carjackings and a high-speed pursuit that ended in Guyandotte.
Gunfire exchange between the state police and the suspects, and Adkins and two males were taken into custody, and of course we're looking right now to see if those males have any connection to the robberies here in the city.
I knew that she would try something again until she got caught, so it was only a matter of time.
Police are continuing to investigate the motive for these crimes, though they say they believe drugs were involved.
Chief Ciccarelli says he expects additional charges to be brought against Adkins in connection with other local robberies over the past month. Imagine packing up your entire life and leaving your home through no fault of your own with only a few days to do it.
Dozens of families are being forced to do this as Hope Tower in downtown Huntington is being shut down by the city due to multiple safety concerns.
Due to several safety concerns that we have, we decided that it was in the best interest of the residents of that building, for their safety and for their well-being, that we issue a do not occupy order.
Hope Tower, previously known as the Pritchard Building, has several violations to fix, including fire code, plumbing, electrical, and building code. Huntington spokesman Brian Chambers said these violations were found during inspections in February and March, giving tenants until April 3rd to find a new home. Building owner Shane Poland says it would be a $10 to $15 million project to fix all the problems with the building, which has already begun. The ground floor businesses were not affected by the evacuation.
A cancer fundraiser that's been a huge event at Marshall for years is now out. Relay for Life just couldn't find the support on campus this year. As MU Report's Haley Wade explains, there's a new group taking its place.
It was a student-organized event that raised over $30,000 for charity right here on Buskirk Field. This spring is the first time in years that Relay for Life won't be held at Marshall University.
I just really hope that they have tremendous success as well.
Relay for Life has become a tradition at Marshall. This year, however, a new nonprofit organization gave Relay a run for its money.
It's pulling the same people in two different directions, and it's really hard, and it's understandable the way it kind of panned out, but I was thinking that we would be able to do it.
Dance Thunder is Marshall's newest way for students to give back through a 24-hour dance-a-thon to raise money for children with cancer. While both of the organizations are focused on giving back, 2014 Relay for Life President Kyle Rudy says the size of the university made it too difficult for Marshall to support both causes.
It was just heartbreaking to hear that not only is it not going to be nearly as big, but it's not happening at all.
Kyle says one of the hardest parts is knowing the efforts made to build up the success behind Relay couldn't keep it around.
I remember going to the American Cancer Society and being like, we're going to raise over 30. And they said, hold your horses, let's set it at 22, and, we'll go from there. And I said, okay, but we're going to raise 30.
Though Kyle says Relay's cancellation was heartbreaking, he's glad money is being raised to help others, no matter the organization behind it.
Money's going to charity, and that's the important part. People are being helped through these organizations. Is it unfortunate that Relay for Life is gone? Yes. But we still have an organization that's raising money for pediatric oncology, which is absolutely incredible.
Kyle says he hopes to see Relay for Life make a comeback next spring. Haley Wade, MU Report.
Thanks, Haley. The 24-hour dance marathon will be held April 18th and 19th.
Bright flowers and tons of sunshine. That's what students will find at the top of the new engineering complex. MU Report's Colton Jeffries went to see how Marshall is making the most of the open space.
The Big Green got a little greener over the past week when the Marshall Sustainability Department installed a rooftop garden on the new engineering complex. The garden features flowers native to Appalachia that help to reflect the sun's rays and will keep the city of Huntington cooler. And according to Marshall environmental specialist Travis Bailey, this roof was a long time coming.
The way it happened is Dr. Somerville, the Dean of College of Science, kind of asked to have this put in for an educational piece because we had already done a demonstration pad and it went over very well.
But the department didn't install this green roof alone. Over 60 volunteers came out to help install the eco-friendly garden, and thanks to them, the installation, a job that would normally take 8 hours, got done in 5.
We had a lot of volunteers, a lot of students, a lot of staff. Some faculty on campus came over. Everybody was engaged. There were, one of the truck drivers made the comment that he didn't see students on their cell phones. They were actually there working, and it was fun. It was hard work. I got the scars on my hands to prove it, but it was just amazing. We were both amazed that we got done in that amount of time.
The garden also helps collect rainwater to be filtered for further use. And while nothing is set in stone yet, Dr. Somerville hopes that the garden will be open for the public to enjoy during sunnier days when the complex opens in August. Colton Jeffries, MU Report.
Thanks, Colton. The Thundering Herd is looking for a new sidelines leader, someone who is full of energy, smooth on the dance floor, and pretty furry.
MU Report's Sarah Connors joins us now. And Sarah, you have an update on the search for the next Marco.
You've seen him on the sidelines at football games and down on the court with the cheerleaders for basketball games. Marco is a Marshall University icon, and right now you have the chance to be the next Marco. I went to see the preparation that goes into being the leader of the Thundering Herd. Marshall University is hosting tryouts for their beloved mascot, Marco.
To be Marco is to be crazy, to be wild, to be a Marshall fanatic, and not care who's looking at you.
You've probably seen him at football and basketball games, but this mascot brings a presence that is all his own.
He brings something unique and special that, a lot of other mascots and things don't. He's very involved with every aspect when it comes to volleyball games and football games, basketball games. He competes in our nationals.
However, there's a lot more to the job than just cheering on Marshall athletics. The mascot makes a lot of public appearances and picks up some pretty cool stuff along the way.
Events, I went to a daycare, and they all made me little letters, envelopes. They made me a cape, a crown, cards. I collect it all. I keep it all. Part of the goalpost. I've got Boca Raton ring in the works right now. Get all kinds of things. Every place I go, I collected something.
The task of being Marco is also very physically demanding and time-consuming.
During the fall, you're busy. There was sometimes I was doing 2 or 3 events a day.
The suit is very hot, so it's kind of demanding physically. You gotta be in some type of shape or you might pass out.
And when trying out, these former bison have some pointers.
Be spontaneous, and the thing about Marco is he's a mascot. Mascots are random and they don't follow a routine.
Don't be afraid to be too crazy. Everyone loves a dancing, crazy mascot on the sidelines.
An information meeting will be held the week of April 13th, and tryouts will begin the week of April 20th.
3 students will be selected to be Marco, 2 to work with the athletic department, and 1 to work for the University of Communications. In the studio, Sarah Connors, MU Report.
Thanks, Sarah. Let's take a selfie. A common phrase today, as more and more people are taking advantage of front-facing cameras to capture moments with their friends. And for particularly big groups, you might want to use a selfie stick. MU Report's Kayla Markham tells us about some places that would rather keep these selfie sticks far away.
Selfies and music festivals, 2 popular subjects among college students everywhere. And now the selfie has gone to the next level with the selfie stick. But this next level could be causing problems. Popular music festivals like Coachella and Lollapalooza have recently banned selfie sticks. Heads of the events have cited reasons such as narcissism, and the sticks themselves may cause harm to others while trying to enjoy the festival. Graduate student Jessica Elliott says she's glad for this move and can understand why it's been put into place.
I was at a concert recently where somebody was in like the 3rd row. We're all standing. I'm like 10th row. I think I've got a great view. And then this selfie stick goes into the air and it stays there the entire concert. I could see the concert through the camera, and that was it, and it was horrible.
Dr. Marianne Lenz, chair of psychology at Marshall University, says she understands why the music festivals would be concerned about the safety of concert goers, but narcissism may not be the most legitimate reason for banning a selfie stick.
I think it's more a reflection of a lot of things that have always sort of been part of the culture. We've always wanted to sort of capture moments in our lives, and usually it's by taking pictures of other people, and now technology sort of allows us to include ourselves in those moments that we capture, and I think a lot of it has to do with that.
Junior Alex Hunt says he's been to Lollapalooza and shared the experience, and while banning a selfie stick may be an annoyance to some, he's pretty sure the new rule won't keep anyone from attending.
How that could be, frustrating for them because that's part of their experience. They wanted to have cool pictures like that, but I don't think it would, hinder anybody.
So when you're packing for your favorite music festival this summer, make sure you grab an extra t-shirt and maybe your sunscreen, but you might have to leave your selfie stick at home. Kayla Markham, MU Report.
You know, I bought a ticket to Lollapalooza and I was gonna buy a selfie stick to take in there because you can't get the scenery in the bag with just your arm. That place is too huge. You wanna get the background, you wanna get all the buildings, the huge crowds. I'm kind of disappointed by that. You don't look like a guy that would use a selfie stick very often, Rob.
Yeah, I don't know particularly much about them. Other than that, I've been seeing them, they're everywhere
They
now.
are everywhere.
So it's interesting, this decision not to allow those in these big concert venues.
Oh well.
College is a time for students to find out what interests them and sample as many things as they can.
And in the past week, Marshall students and the Huntington community had the chance to taste cultures from around the world right around the corner.
I think it's great. It's something I get to choose the film, so it's very close to my heart.
And the community seemed to agree, as people turned up every night for the International Film Festival, organized by the Marshall Artist Series. The festival, held at the Keith Albee, happens once a semester. Award-winning movies are shown from a variety of countries in their native language. This year, 2 of the films were in English, while the other 4 vary from French to Polish. One of the first films shown this semester was Love is Strange, which is an American film, while Land Ho from Iceland was the last. Up next for the Marshall Artist Series is Beauty and the Beast, which will show April 14th.
You know, I was really disappointed. This is the first semester since I've been here 3 years at Marshall that I haven't gotten to go to the Marshall Artist Series and go to the International Film Festival.
Oh, well, I've never been to one, but that does it for this edition of MU Report.
You can check out our Facebook page or Twitter and see everything we're working on. Thank you all for watching and have a wonderful day.